Hey, what's going on, Scorpios? Butch here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. And with all of that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Scorpio? Scorpios. So the first thing I see is I feel like there's an energy around you. This person is someone that you already know. Now, with this person, I feel like there has been some distance. I feel like this person, first of all, we have the hot and cold energy. I feel like it's hard to get a gauge on what's going on with this person because I feel like they keep you at a distance. And it's almost like they're leaving you to think for yourself of what's going on. And I feel like they're making it very easy for you to see the negatives instead of the positives here. They're not giving you much to work with. Feeling very distant, like I said. And, you're feeling like they're hiding something from you, which I feel like they are. But I feel like what they're hiding from you may surprise you. I feel like this person, they're not feeling... I feel like they're not feeling very stable. They're feeling like they can't do it on their own. I do feel like there is something going on with this person that they're thinking a lot about, and I feel like the reason why they're not including you in that is because it makes them, they feel weak. They feel like they don't want to look bad in front of you. They don't want to come to you with their problems, and that's the first mistake right there. But I feel like what's going on with them has nothing to do with you together. It has to do with them. They're not feeling on top of their game. We have the High Priestess and the Justice in reverse as well. They're not, they're feeling inadequate. They're feeling like they can't, they're not trusting their own abilities. They're feeling so out of balance right now because things aren't going their way. I feel like this person is putting a lot of pressure on themselves, has causing them to feel very defeated. And it's almost like a pride thing of coming to you and telling you the truth. That, they're not very happy in the situation that they're in right now, but it has nothing to do with you. It's not about you. It's not about you and them. It's about them. I feel like it has to do with stability. I feel like they've been thinking a lot about it lately. I feel like they're focusing all their time on it. And it's kind of leaving you on the wayside. And like I said, they're leaving you to, figure it out by yourself instead of giving you any answers. They're just leaving you, hanging here. And I feel like it's caused a lot of chaos between the two of you. And all it would take was them just to be honest and tell you that shit isn't going the way they thought it would. But I feel like it has to do with, financially or career. It has to do with stability for them. Not getting where they want, things aren't going well. And I feel like instead of coming to you and talking to you about it, I feel like it's a matter of, it's almost like they're shutting you out. Instead of just being honest with you and being transparent, they're taking it all on themselves. And that's not what a partnership is. A partnership is we can lean on each other when we need to. We can be honest with each other, and they're not being honest with you. But I feel like deep down, I feel like this person is only thinking about you and them. They're doing it for both of you. But like I said, it hasn't been going well. And it's almost like they retreat back to this self-imposed prison. They're not trusting in themselves. I feel like they're in a very vulnerable spot right now, and it's almost like they don't want to tell you because they're afraid that you may look differently upon them. I mean, they're not walking away from this connection. They're exactly where they should be. They know that. And it's almost like they're trying to make shit work because they want you to stay. And this is a very common issue with people. It is almost like they're afraid of being honest because they're afraid of what you may think of them, or they're afraid because sometimes people get in a place where they're thinking negatively about themselves. So it's almost like if they open that up, that gives someone else that's very important to them a reason to think negatively about them as well. There's nobody else in this situation. I just want to clarify that for you, because sometimes when this distance happens with people, they feel like maybe they're not interested anymore, or maybe they're interested in someone else, or maybe their attention is somewhere else. That's not the case here. Like I said, this person still is only thinking about you. They're not walking away from this. They're trying to build something for the two of you, and it's not going as a plan. And they're not happy with the situation that they're in right now. They're finding it very hard to be happy. They're kind of living in that marshland right now where no matter what they do, it doesn't seem to be working. It just seems to get worse. It's that quicksand feeling, is like the more you try to do something, the more you get stuck. But it has nothing to do with you and them and how they feel about you. I mean, this person knows what they want. They want to be with you. I mean, we have the Hierophant. I mean, they're trying to build something for your future. They're trying to build with you, but they're not doing it in the most productive way because they're keeping you at a distance. And it's not fair to you, and it's also not fair to them because they're holding it all in, and they're not, two heads are better than one in this situation, in any situation. Now, I don't think you're going to be sitting in this energy very long, because I feel like this person is just overthinking the shit out of this, and I feel like things are going to change. I feel like things are changing as we speak, and I think they're only going to get better. And I mean, we have the Star card. I feel like this person is going to open up to you, and I feel like that's going to make them feel a lot better. I feel like it's going to be more productive for them, and they're going to find that they're not alone. And that's what they're feeling right now. They're feeling alone. They're feeling like they can't do it. And they're feeling like they really have no one else to confide in. It's embarrassment. It's embarrassment. It's a pride thing. They're afraid of telling you that they're failing because that's how they feel. But I don't feel like they are failing. I just feel like they're feeling kind of stuck. Like I said, with that Justice card in reverse, they're feeling stuck, and the King of Pentacles as well. They're just feeling stuck in this situation. Sometimes we need to take a step back and see things from a different perspective, because I feel like they're too close on this one. But the distance you feel between you and them has nothing to do with how they feel about you or how they see you moving forward. Like I said, I do see changes coming. I do see this person opening up to you, and I do feel like it's going to be a huge relief for this person, letting go of a lot of that anxiety that they're holding on to themselves. That's the problem with relationships sometimes, is people, they don't want to fail the person that means the most to them. And I feel like this person, the reason they haven't told you is because they feel like they're failing you. They're feeling like they can't give you what you want. And I feel like they have their outlook on what you want is a little bit off. But like I said, I do see those big changes coming. I do feel like this person is finally going to step up and just be honest with you and nurture this connection. Like I said, with that Star card and with that Eight of Pentacles, they are going to show up for you. they are going to put in the work, and I feel like they are going to give you the opportunity to know what's going on, and I feel like that's going to relieve a lot of the stress for this person and realize that, they don't have to do this on their own. It is going to be a freeing feeling for them, and I feel like once when you have a secret to tell someone and you don't tell them and you don't tell them and it keeps eating at you, and the moment that you do tell them, no matter what the reaction, it's just a release. And I feel like they're going to find that you have a connection with them that's much deeper than all this bullshit that they're thinking about. This connection that you have with this person is stronger than that. Like I said, I feel like their sole focus right now is on stability. And I feel like it's not going the way they planned. But the changes that are coming, them opening up, them being honest with you, freeing themselves from that burden with the devil card, I feel like not only is it going to release that burden, but it's going to make them breathe a little bit easier. And I feel like they're going to find new stability. Like I said, two heads are better than one. Sometimes we take on so much by ourselves when all we had to do was just let the other person in. Finding solutions. And then, like I said, they will show up for you. And I feel like, this is, they're serious about you. They're serious about this connection. And the sooner they can find release and release of that anxiety and holding on this by themselves, I feel like we're going to be a lot better off for it. We have that sun card, a lot of happiness. The happiness will return. The sun will come back out. They're just feeling really down right now. Like I said, living in that marshy area where it feels like no matter what you do, you can't escape it. But what they're not realizing and what they haven't really, trusted in is the fact that they're not alone. We have the ten of cups, that family card. And like I said, they want to be with you. They're trying to build a future for you, but they're trying to do it without you. You know what I mean? They're trying to do all the work themselves instead of just including you in the process. So the energy, that back and forth energy, that hot and cold energy that you're feeling with this person really has no representation of how they feel about you. It's how they're feeling about themselves. It's not about you, it's about them. It's not you, it's them. Now with this person, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. We have Aquarius, Gemini. There's some Libra as well. But that's the problem with people. Like, it's such a problem. When you get with someone and you want to be with someone, you got to share everything with them. You can't just hold back what you want, what you don't want. You can't leave them sitting on the side, because if you truly care about someone, you wouldn't do that to them. And if you truly care about someone, you got to be honest with them. If they can't accept you for who you are, then you're with the wrong person. If somebody's going to leave you because you're not doing great, you might want to reevaluate where you're at. They're not with you for all the reasons that you think they are. But if you can't confide in the person that means the most to you, then what kind of message is that sending them? Especially when you're leaving them in the dark, like I said, with that hot and cold energy and kind of letting them think for themselves. What happens in that situation is we're kind of letting them build their own narrative, and it's not fair to them because the narrative that they're building may not even be accurate. But that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.